We're here at the Dutch Beer Challenge, and in front of me is a famous beer writer. Tim, can you introduce yourself?
I'm Tim Webb. I write the Good Beer Guide Belgium. I publish and edit the book Beer in the Netherlands, and I write the World Atlas of Beer and the Pocket Beer book.
And what are you doing here in Rotterdam?
I'm having a delightful meal at the end of the Dutch Beer Challenge. Something that, in my own opinion, even 5 years ago would not have been possible. We've been tasting, I think in total it was something like 180 different Belgian. We've been tasting something like 180 different Dutch beers. Most of them from craft breweries, most of them in beer styles that are from everywhere in the world, and also a few that are native to the Netherlands. And we've been tasting some extraordinary beers.
What do you think about the beer culture in Holland?
Well, I had to keep a tab for the World Atlas of Beer and Pocket Book, which are global beer books. I have to keep a tab on what's happening virtually everywhere. And I've said to quite a few people today, the Netherlands, it's moving in the same direction as many other places. It's just going a lot faster. And what you're starting to see is a bit of Dutch business sense and entrepreneurial spirit, where it takes some countries 20 years to develop a beer culture and then start selling it to other countries. I think if they get a few good breaks, the Dutch small breweries, which have only really been going a few years here, we'll start seeing them around the rest of the world as well.
We can be proud of our beer culture.
I think you can be amazed by it. It's come on so much in the last. I've been drinking beer in the Netherlands since 1977 was the first time I came over, and you were famous for a certain number of very well-known, but really rather dull beers. And now you're getting a reputation for being able to brew anything. And
very exciting beers.
Yeah, there's no limits to what people are brewing. I'm sure there are going to be some beers made that will be absolutely disgusting, but at least somebody tried, and they can just ignore it, move on, do something else instead. But the types of beer that are coming forward are international, and some of them, I'm quite interested in what's happening with things like Kout, which is a type of beer that is very traditional to the Netherlands, where people have had to read up quite a lot about where it came from, and they're now trying to recreate it, and I hear there's a couple of other styles that might be recreated as well. So it's an extremely exciting scene.
And can you tell me about your next book?
Well, I think well, there's going to be another World Atlas, and there's going to be another Pocket Book. We've just come out with the 7th edition of the Belgian book. I would really love to get the Dutch book that I edit and publish and Tim Skelton writes. I'd really like to get that out in Dutch, because it's just the right time, and I think it would really surprise lots of Dutch people to read about what's going on in their own country, because often you don't unless somebody points it out, and it's a massive change that's been happening.
You're going to be a lot of times in Holland.
I didn't come for about 5 or 6 years, and then the last few years I seem to be over here 3, 4, 5 times a year. So yeah, I hope so.
We love to see you come over here. Thank you for the interview.
Cheers.